Hello teachers, learners, and parents. Sir Jeff po, at your service. Alam nyo ba na meron tayong website na tinatawag na DepEd Commons? Ang DepEd Commons ay binuo upang gawing accessible ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral dito sa ating bansa gamit lamang ang inyong mga smart devices gaya ng cellphones, tablets, at computers. Dito ay maaari nating ma-access ang iba't ibang learning materials mula sa Department of Education. Meron itong mga interactive materials, electronic self-learning modules, at instructional video lessons mula sa DepEd TV na tiyak na makatutulong sa pag-aaral ng mga mag-aaral galing ka man sa public o private school. Walang problema dahil welcome ang lahat dito. Para ito sa mga guro, magulang at mga mag-aaral mula sa kinder hanggang grade 12, Alternative Learning System o ALS, at pati na rin ang special education. At huwag kang mag-alala dahil kahit walang load ay maaari mong ma-access ang mga learning materials. Tama! Libre ito. Ang kailangan mo lamang gawin ay i-on ang iyong data at buksan lamang ang iyong browser at i-type ang commons.deped.gov.ph. Alam na ba ng iyong mga kasamahang guro o mag-aral ang tungkol sa DepEd Commons? I-share mo na ang video na ito upang matuto rin sila kung paano gagamitin ang DepEd Commons sa mabilis at napakadaling paraan. Muli, ito po si Sir Jeff at kita-kits po tayo sa DepEd Commons. Paalam!
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETULay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETULay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICTS Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na Pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETULay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
All right, so hello and welcome class. Welcome to our dear learners and our dear parents, especially our fellow educators. And again, I'm your English 4 tutor for today. So I'm very excited to be part again of this program of our Educational Technology Unit. So nakaka-pressure naman yung kanina. English talaga si ma'am. So galing-galing ni Ma'am May. So wow. So sabi nga dito sa English natin, we'll try to make it as practical as possible and as much as possible yung madali ninyo ring maintindihan, and at the same time we will also give examples na nakikita ninyo sa pang-araw-araw. All right, so again, welcome to our English 4 and I am your tutor Mark. So good afternoon, while watching from Davao City, si Aisa Abubakar. Hello. So again, we would like our learners to be globally competitive. So we all know that English is one of the tools that you can use in not just in speaking, but also in writing and a lot more. So you can, with your competency in English, there will be a lot of opportunities that awaits for you. All right. So for week 2 and 3, actually we are now in our week 4. So pasensya na, mukhang hindi nakasave, but we are now covering the topics for week 4. So at the end of the lesson, you are expected to use personal pronouns in sentences. So, pag sinabi nating personal pronouns, ano yung pumapasok sa isip ninyo? Sige nga, can you type a word or a short, ayan, how will you define in your own words what is a pronoun or pronouns? All right, so let's begin. And yeah, sorry. Yeah, kindly to our webinar director to share my screen. Thank you. All right, so good afternoon from Kidapawan City. Good afternoon, Giselle, Marie Chris, and from Cotabato Division. All right, so let's stop muna natin. So meron lang isang technical issue. Let's share natin ulit. Share screen. Share. All right. Okay na. Ayan, so again, welcome to our week 4 in English 4. So at the end of the lesson, you are expected to use personal pronouns in sentences. Yeah, good afternoon po ulit. Again, so we all know that nouns. So the last meeting, we learned about nouns, which are names of persons, things, events. So sabi ni Imelda Plo Peña Berha, these are words or words used instead of a noun. Very good. So these are words that are used to replace nouns. So these are called pronouns. So these pronouns have different types, which includes a personal pronouns. So personal pronouns replace people, place, things, and ideas in phrases and sentences. So they enable us to write and speak with clarity because they allow us to avoid repeating the same names or the same nouns in the entire conversation. So let's take a look at this example. So here, all right. So let me read this text. One day, President Jose Lim asked the president's secretary for the president's calendar. Next, the president checked the president's calendar to see what appointments the president had that day. Then, the president returned the president's calendar to the president's secretary so that the president's secretary could make some rearrangements in the president's client's appointments. Sabi, paulit-ulit. So, imagine kung ganito lagi, excuse me, kung lagi natin ginagamit ang noun. So, kind of confusing, right? So, it would be it's not a normal. Kumbaga kapag tayo ay nagsusulat, kapag tayo nakikipag-usap, hindi natin ito inuulit-ulit. Kahit sa Filipino, di ba? Meron tayong ginagamit na salita na siya, ako, ikaw, parang ganon. It's similar sa Filipino, yung English na, yung pag-replace natin ng mga nouns, ay we use pronouns. So now, let's take a look at this, another example. So, once you read this, sabi ko nga, it's not normal. So now let's read the second one. Okay, so let me read this. One day, President Jose Lim asked Ms. Chen, his secretary, for his calendar. Next, he checked it to see what appointments he had that day. Then, he returned it to Ms. Chen so that she could make some rearrangements in his client's appointments. Diba? Yan, sabi ni Patrice de Villeres, or de Villeres, I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. So, very good. Ang gagaling ng mga learners natin today, ha? Ayan. So, sabi ni Galagar and Priscilla, he is handsome. All right. So, instead of the name, Mark Anthony C is handsome. Oh, diba? So, we use a, instead of a proper noun or a noun, we use a pronoun. So, he. Ang gagaling ng mga examples natin, right? So, ayan. Okay, so, mas okay na yung atin, na-replace na natin. So, much better. So, mas magandang pakinggan yung text na binabasa natin at na kung maririnig natin to in a conversation. So, hindi pa ulit-ulit yung noun. Alright, so, which pronouns replace the nouns or the noun president? Second question from your module is, which pronoun replaced the noun calendar? Letter C, which pronoun replaced the noun Miss Jen? Hello, Bulahan Joshua. Yan, good afternoon sa iyo. And I know you are one of our avid viewers and uh, participants sa ating ETULay. So maraming salamat sa pag-support sa ating program. Alright, so ayan. So as you can see, I already highlighted it with different colors. So the president, red. So instead of saying all every time the word president or the noun president, we use a personal pronoun like his, he, he and his. While the Miss Jen, the girl, the secretary, so we use the blue, so she. And the calendar, instead of saying calendar every time, so now that I mentioned in the text or in the sentence, we use the pronoun it. All right, so shout out sa 5 million viewers. Sabi ni Renwell. Hello, Renwell. Ayan, so we look forward for that 5 million viewers ng ating ETULay so that we can help other learners, especially our parents na talagang laging nakakasuporta sa ating mga mag-aaral para may pagpatuloy ang sulong edukalidad. All right? So now let's answer your learning task number 1 from your module. Ayan. So we need to choose the correct personal pronoun that will complete each sentence. So write your answer in your notebook. So for question number 1, them, they, and my parents are good friends. So what is your answer? So number 1, them, they, and my parents are good friends. Hello, Zyke Gross. Good afternoon po. Ayan, maraming salamat. Ayan. So what is your answer for question number 1? So the correct answer, sabi ni Zyke Gross, is very good. It's they. They and my parents are good friends. So sometimes mas sa pagdinig natin kapag narinig natin na medyo mali. So yun yung ano natin the right way. So we need to use the correct personal pronoun which is they. They and my parents are good friends. So it's it's the one way not that's a correct pronoun to be used. So second question is Marcella hopes that she or her will be healed soon. Question number 2. Marcella hopes that she, her, will be healed soon. So for question number 1, what is your answer? Question number 2. Marcella hopes that she, her, will be healed soon. So the correct answer is yes. She. So Marcella hopes that she will be healed soon. So it's not her kasi siya rin yung subject or yung si Marcella rin yung nire-refer ng sentence. So Marcella hopes that she. Okay? Number 3. Ronnie and I, me, like to dance. Ronnie and I or me like to dance. So the correct answer is all right. So marami na nakikitang correct answer. So the correct answer is Ronnie and I. Oops. So similar to our next number is number 4. Our number 4 question, John and I or me were the winners in the competition. John and I or me were the winners in the competition. So similar, we use the pronoun I. All right, very good. So mostly got the correct answer. So the answer is I. So for our last question for learning task number 1, Joshua and Jeff are 2 of my my favorite companions. Joshua and Jeff are two of my favorite companions. All right, very good, Marivic. You got it. And also Alfonso, Mimi, Sheila, Quinzel, Rands, Larry, and Leslie. So the correct answer is my. So Joshua and Jeff are two of my favorite companions. So don't worry, this is just an exercise for us to know how can you different how will we use pronouns. So it's good that we haven't yet actually going deep or discussing the topic much deeper, but at least you are able to grasp the idea between noun and a pronoun. So how we use pronouns in a sentence. So very good, my online learners. So again, pronouns are used to replace nouns. So one specific type of pronoun is personal pronoun, which is used to refer to a person, animal, idea, or things, or phenomena or event. So personal pronouns have different forms and they change according to their use. And if you refer to your module, so we have a sample table. Ayan. So, Right. So sabi ni Sir Mark, ayan pala yung ating table for personal pronoun. So we have here, let's try to have an ink. And so let's start with a number. So a pronoun has a number. So meaning, pwedeng may dalawa, pwedeng isa, pwedeng two or more. So if it's a one person, we only use a singular. So we use, or one number, it's singular. Kapag two or more, we use plural. Right? But some cases, like yung word na natin na you. So di ba pag you, isa lang naman yon. Pero sometimes, or most of the time, we use a plural verb, like you are. No? So another type is that, oops, nawala yung mouse ni Sir Mike. Ayan. So again, may number ang ating mga plurals ha. Merong singular at merong plural. Next naman, meron ding person. Meron tayong tinatawag na first person, second person, and third person. Ayan. So pag sinabi nating first person, eto ako yun, I, ako. So me, ako rin yun, my and mine. Pag sinabi naman nating second person, ikaw yun. So you, your, yours. So may iba-iba tayong ginagamit na cases. And the third person ay siya. So he. Pag lalaki, we use the masculine na gender. So he, him, his, or his. Pag babae naman, we use the feminine na gender. Na nag-start tayo ng she, her, hers. And the third person na tinatawag, ito yung third natin, is meron tayong tinatawag na neuter din na or walang gender. So we're referring now to gender. So meron tayong tatlo ha. May masculine, pang lalaki, may feminine, pang babae, and neuter or neuter gender, neutral, walang kasarian. So halimbawa, yung mga bagay, so it. Diba? So it yung ginagamit natin na case or pronoun. So meron tayong apat na case na nilagay or nakalagay sa ating table. So we have the nominative, objective, dependent, and independent possessive case. So yung tatlo na lang yung tatandaan ninyo mga bata. So to our dear learners, you just remember the nominative, objective, and possessive case. Alright? So ayan ang ating table. So pag nakita nyo na yan, ganyan pala Sir Mark, may table pala ang pronouns para mas madali nating maintindihan. Alright? So you can copy that on your notes or in your notebook para mas maalala ninyo mga bata kung ano yung iba-iba nating pronouns. Alright? So sabi ni Alfonso, neuter or neutral refer to things. Right? So neutral. Very good. So hello po, I'm a grade 4 SPED watching from, di ko na ba natin, ayan. From Cali or Pilot Elementary School. Hi, Sophia, and hello sa ating mga learners. So, LJ de la Paz, some people uses they, them, even if it's singular because it's their preferred pronoun. Sometimes. So, lalo na kapag jargon or colloquial, normal natin na sinasabi natin in our day-to-day. So, pwede. Next. Ito may na halo na isang slide. Kasi last time, ang ginamit, nouns naman yung pinag-aralan natin, right? So, as mentioned, we have the persons of pronouns. So, para lang mas an additional lang to. So, we have the first person, the second person, and the third person. The first person is the one who is speaking, like me, I. Okay? I am speaking. So, I is the first person. So, I. And second person is, kung ako, siya, nagsasalita, he is speaking. So, ayan natin, ang first person. And the second person, you, your, yours. And the third person is the he or she. So again, you, yours is the second natin. And the third is him, his for the singular. Right? So mamaya, next natin yung iba pa. So hello po, Joshua Azaria from Kalibot Pilo. Hello, grade 4. Sa ating mga grade 4 learners, ayan, so I hope that you're able to grasp the idea or naintindihan ninyo ano ba yung iba-ibang gamit ng pronouns. So the number of pronouns singular refers to only one unit. So ito yung na-mention natin kanina, isang entity or isang tao, si singular. Pero pag plural, we use two or more units. So halimbawa, so sabi ko kanina, I is singular. So we use the form of plural verb. So you are, she, so pag I natin, I am going to market. Right natin, wala yung mouse ni Sir Mark. Alright, so I is singular in nature but requires plural form of verbs except for the verbs I am and was. So kanina, hindi na, yun nga, may exception nga rin na kapag gumamit ka ng am and was, you do not use a plural form of verb. And then, you can be, yan sabi natin kanina, you, word can be singular or plural but always takes a plural form of verbs. So let's look at this table. So nakita natin na mga bata, ang singular natin ay, yan, so sa first natin is I, sa second ay you, he, she, it. Pero kapag plural, ang first natin ay halimbawa we, tayo, marami, di ba? So we, us, kapag when we refer to an object. And plural is you, ginagamit din natin yan. And they, kapag third person, they and them. Alright, so they, silang lahat, silang nasa labas, silang nakikinig, silang nanonood. So they, so sila, they, them. Alright, so yun yung ating plural na form. Wala yung mouse ni Sir Mike. Yan, ayan, nahanap ko yan. Then, sana i-highlight ko lang sana. Ayan, oops. Nawawala yung ating. Anyway, so as mentioned nga, it's our plural. So we use this personal pronouns for the first degree or the first person, the we and us. The second natin is you. And the third natin is they and them. Alright? So, meron tayo again, singular and plural. Next, as mentioned, ano na rin natin to, masculine, feminine, and neuter. So, neither masculine nor feminine. So, sabi nga kanina, it's yung mga gamit or mga bagay. Okay? So, yung masculine natin rito ay he, him, his, or himself. Ang feminine naman natin ay she, her, hers, or herself. And the neuter natin ay yung it nga, no? So, it, yan. So, halimbawa, ayan, kita natin sa table din, it's the it. Neuter example natin. So, they, them. So, ano rin siya, pwedeng neuter din kasi nga, hindi naman nakaspecify kung male or female. So sila, right? So they or them. Pwede. For the plural. Okay? So meron din tayo kanina, nakikita ninyo, sir, may nominative, possessive na mention nyo kanina. So pronouns have three cases. So nominative or subjective. So the pronoun is the subject of the sentence. So from the word subjective. So kung nakita ninyo na nag-start sa he, she, I, so nominative agad yun. Kung ano yung nag-start sa sentence, automatic siya yung subject, yun ay nominative or subjective. Next is objective case. So the pronoun is used as direct object, indirect object, or the object of the preposition. So balik muna tayo sa nominative. So nominative is used when the pronoun niya is the subject of the sentence. So yung I, you, he, she, it, we. Yung we tayo, pag plural, we, they. So halimbawa, she was quiet at the museum. As she was quiet as she entered at the museum or the museum. So in this sentence, so ang subject natin doon ay she. Alright? So sige nga, can you type a sentence as an example of a nominative or subjective pronoun? So can you type a sentence? Sige, para mas tayo, mas engaging ang ating learning experience today, can you type a sample nominative or subjective sentence? So, hi, Ace Randall Morales from SDO Zaragoza Annex, Don Cirilo Acosta Elementary School. Hello po, good afternoon. From Ma'am Bernadette Dancel. Ayan. All right, he is handsome, she is pretty. He is a big fan of Billie Eilish. All right, very good, LJ. All right, so that is a nominative or subjective case of pronoun. So next natin, a pronoun can be an objective case. This is used in indirect or indirect of the preposition. So the objective form pronouns like me, you, him, her, it, and them. Yan. So like, sabi nila, I was so thrilled that I gave her a big hug. So in this sentence, her is the object receiving the action in the sentence. And so is a pronoun in the objective case. So yung objective case natin is in the objective case. So I is the nominative case, as the purpose of the sentence is to demonstrate something about I and the subject of the sentence. So, halimbawa nga, her. So, that is our objective case. So, I'm happy that I gave her a big hug. So, parang ganun. So, her is the objective case na pronoun. Yan. Okay, very good. So, meron tayong mga pagbati at message from SDO Marinduque. So, hi, Lori Lee. So, good afternoon sa'yo. And I hope that you're learning something. So, he is my cousin. So, that's our example from Liza Dayan, right? Next natin is the possessive case. So, our possessive case, pag nakita natin possess, parang pag-aari yung Sir Mark, right? Something that I have, something that I own. So, correct. So a possessive case is used to show ownership or possession of something. So the possessive form pronouns are, ano yung mga example? Ayan, sabi ni Kanoy Burla Jeston, I was blinded by his false love and care. Objective natin is his false love and care. Sakit talaga masaktan. So, wag tayo muna. Ang mga bata, grade 4 learners, aral-aral muna tayo. So, again, for our possessive form na pronoun or case natin, possessive case, can you give an example na sabi natin, may keyword na tayo, possessive, possess. Something that I own, something that I possess. Right? Yan, ang gagaling. His, hers. Sabi natin, so the possessive form pronoun are my. Pag sa akin, my. Mine. Pag sa atin, ours. Pag sa iyo, his. hers. Pag sa kanila, their, its, and yours. So the cat is yours. Yes, sabi ni Alfonso. Very good yung example natin. So ang ating mga online participants natin. Her books. So these are her books. So sabihin sa kanya, sa yung mga libro na yon. So the book is mine. Very good. Ang gagaling. So for example, so my car wouldn't start because I left the headlights on. So in this sentence, my car is showing whose car is being discussed, and I is the subject of the sentence. So meron nag-combine yung nominative is natin being the subject of the sentence is there is a nominative pronoun. All right? So pwedeng magsama. So that is my pencil. This is my toy. Very good. So that book is hers. Right? So that's a possessive case, hers. All right, very good sa ating mga online learners. So again, ito ang ating table. So we have the first person, I, for the nominative. Pag nabasa natin, pag me, objective, possessive, mine. Second person, you, your, same. Third person natin, he, she, it. Sa nominative natin, objective natin, him, her, it. And possessive, his, hers, its. Ayan. Okay? Kapag yan ay singular, pero kapag tayo ay plural, so we have we, us, ours. Pag second naman, you, yours. And third person natin ay they, them, and theirs. Right? So now we've learned na, ganun pala Sir Mark, no? May number, may gender, may case. Yeah, at meron tayong mga, may sinusunod tayo when we use pronouns in a sentence or in writing. Right? Very good sa ating mga online learners. Thank you for your active participation. Now let's move on to our next learning task number 2. So based on the indicated person, so meaning ito yung susundin natin mga bata ha. First person yung hinahanap natin. So naka-indicate na which type of personal pronoun. So we need to identify the correct personal pronoun to be used in each sentence. Select from the given pronouns below. So we need to write it on your notebook. So number 1, blank am a witness to an accident. Hello, hapon Lita at nanonood po ang kanyang anak. Magandang hapon din po sa inyo at maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin. Alright. So si Bel Banawa from Bacolor Elementary, Bulaon, Samantha Nicole. Hello sa iyo. Ayan, so I hope na may natututunan ka ngayong araw. Sabi ni Sheila Marie and Kanoy Burla, Sofia, Liza, Gwyneth, Ea, Ellen Joy, Regina, Annalisa. The answer is correct. So the answer is I. So I am a witness to an accident. So the first person, I, it's a nominative. So I. So natatandaan ninyo ha? Number 2. Number 2 natin, the sentence is, Kelly taught blank how to play guitar. So it's a first person daw. So what is your answer for question or for our sentence number 2? Kelly taught blank how to play guitar. Question number 2. Yeah, so Alfonso got it. The answer is very good. The answer is Kelly taught me how to play guitar. So very good then si Jamil, Liza, Dylan, Regina, Jill. Okay, advance na si Jillian. Liza, Naomi, Marivic. Ayan, so congratulations. Next, the class sang blank the national anthem. The class sang blank national anthem. It's a first person. First person daw. Number 3. So the class sang national anthem. Okay, maraming tao akong nakikita nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Si Con, si Ray, si Sarah, Kanoy. So the correct answer is our. So the class sang our national anthem. Very good, Gian, Je, and Jillian, James, Jean, Naomi. Grabe, pasensya na, ang bilis umaakyat yung ating comment box. Baka walang magtatampo pag hindi nabanggit ni Sir Mark ang pangalan ha. Alright, so for our question number 4, those school supplies are all blank. So it's in a second person. Ayan. So marami na ako nakikitang correct answer. Si Annalisa got it. Ayan, si Jazz. Sinulat na agad ni Jazz Tamundog. Very good. Ayan, si Alfonso got it. Ray, Sofia, Kanoy, awesome. So the correct answer is yours. So those school supplies are all yours. So sayo na, yours. Sayo lahat daw yan. So sabihin, it's a second person. So may isa pang kausap. All right, so for our last sentence for our learning task number 2, Gemma wrote a powerful poem to inspire blank. Gemma wrote a powerful poem to inspire blank. So the correct answer for our last, it's a third person. Sabi ni Alfonso, them. Check yan natin if it's them. Correct. So for our question number 5, it's them. Okay, very good. Ang ating mga online participants, Ricknell, Paul, Zamiel, Jean, Liza, Sheila, and Pozus, very good. It's them. So Gemma wrote a powerful poem to inspire them. So, correct. So gagaling. So ang dali lang, di ba? Now, let's move on to our learning task number 3. So now naman is the instruction is for us to base our answer on the indicated number. So if it's singular or plural. So for question number 1, for sentence number 1, it's singular. So the song was dedicated to me or us. Oh, very easy. Nako, alam nyo na agad ang sagot. So for our question number 1, it's a singular form. The song was dedicated to, is it me or us? Sabi singular eh. Sabihin sa akin lang din i-dedicate. Or sa iyo lang, ikaw lang, sa inyo lang inaalay ang kanta. So, singular. The singular for the best or the correct answer for sentence number 1 is the song was dedicated to singular. So the correct answer is me. So, pag singular, sabihin sa isang tao lang. Pero kung nakalagay dyan mga bata, plural, so the correct answer is us. So maganda naman kung kayo, normally kasi it's dedicated to us. Kung marami tayo nakikinig. Kaso, ang tanong sa atin mga bata, to our online learners ay, di ba, singular. So for question number 1. Sabi ni Royens, me po, singular, me, and plural ay us. Very good, Ricknell. Very good, Jean. Ayan, so kapag us, kapag plural. Alright? So number 2, singular naman ang gagawin natin, hahanapin. Sammy will copy the document for, is it her or them? For question number 2, Sammy will copy the document for her or them. Ayan, so kita ko na yung maraming nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Si Mary Hope, si Ricknell, ayan, si Lucy, Alfonso. So the correct answer is her. So Sammy will copy the document for her. Number 3, singular. He, they heard the good news. Ay, ang easy naman, Sir Mark. He, they heard the good news. Singular. Ayan, so marami na ako nakakuha ng tamang sagot. So the correct answer is singular mga hinahanap mga bata. For question number 3, is it he, they heard the good news? Correct, it's he. So the correct answer is he. So he heard the good news because we're looking for a singular, plural, or personal, singular personal pronoun. Next. Oops. Sir Mark, binigay mo na agad yung sagot. Alright. So the correct answer is plural po. So I or we. So automatic, Sir Mark, ang I is singular lang yan, di ba? I is singular and we is plural. So kahit hindi ko nabasahin yung sentence, ang dali naman yan, Sir Mark. Yes. So remember, I is singular and we is plural. So we're looking for a plural number. So we usually go to auditions every vacation. Ayan. So the correct answer is we. And lastly, for question number 5, Sarah borrowed our camera to finish her project. So it's a plural. So hinahanap natin ay plural. So very good, Alfonso, Dylan, Carlo, Lee, si Lisa. All right. Sa number natin, number 3. So Naomi, we, we. Ayan, sa ating mga kaninang questions natin. For our last sentence natin, it's plural. So plural lang ating hinahanap. So the correct answer is kapag my, akin lang yun, di ba? Ako lang yun, mag-isa. So it's mine, or my. So ibig sabihin, singular yun. So the correct answer is, yan, tama si Dylan and si Crayden, Sophie, Aya, Adriel, Lawrence. Yan, very good. So the correct answer is, so kapag plural ay our or our. So Sarah borrowed our camera to finish her project. Pero kung singular to mga bata, pag yung question natin number 5 ay singular, si Jade Matthew Miral. So hello Rads, Jade Matthew. So ayan, so I'm happy that you're active sa pag-participate. And we really appreciate lalo na lahat ng ating mga online learners for your active participation. Very good kayong lahat. So awesome. So for question number 5, kung singular ang nakalagay, tama yung my. Pero ang hinahanap natin ay plural. So our ang sagot. Right? Very good. So now let's move on to our next learning task number 4. Ito naman ay based on gender. Ayan. So for question number 1, Michael had her first day of work yesterday. So for question number 1, Michael had his or her first day of work yesterday. What is your answer? So gender natin. So si Michael, definitely the correct answer is, sabi ni Alfonso, thank you Sir Mark, I'm happy answering. Very good, Alfonso. So for question number 1, masculine, ayan, may clue na tayo. The answer is, very good, Aya, Dylan, and Volt is 5. Very good. So the correct answer is, si Jokas, Princess, Lucy, Crayden, Matt, Regina, very good. So the correct answer is his. So Michael had his first day of work yesterday. Normally, Michael is a name of a boy, no? So pero may mga, alam ko yung mga bata, no, may mga girls na may parang pangalan ng babae. So sige nga, i-type niyo nga yung minsan nako-confuse kayo kasi parang pag narinig mo, pangalan yun ng lalaki, pero nung pag na-meet mo or nakilala mo, pangalan pala or babae pala siya. So, but anyway, in our first sentence, the correct answer is his. For question number 2, Uncle Jed works hard to send blank or to send his or her nephews to college. So we're looking for a masculine. So the correct answer for number 2 is masculine, his or her. Alam natin na ang his ay masculine. So the correct answer is his. Awesome. Very good. Kagaling. Great learners. Great job, learners. So, sa ating mga online participants. So, number 2, it's his. Question number 3, feminine. He or she bake her own birthday cake. So, ang hinanap natin ay feminine. So, Sir Mark, ang easy naman yan. Her na yung nakalagay tapos feminine pa. So, ibig sabihin, pag her, ang feminine ay she. So, very good. So, question number 3. Very good. Ang ating mga online learners, si Regina, Voltis 5, Tiffany, Garrett, she, Sophia Gale, it's she, sabi ni Sia. Pag feminine po ay girls. Very good. So, the correct answer is she. So, she baked her own birthday cake. Number 4, feminine. Kara prepares his or her lunch daily. Kasi mga bata, it's a practice pa lang ngayon. Pero normally, kapag sa exam na, pag higher level na, hindi na nakalagay kung feminine, masculine, or neuter. Kayong mamimili kung mahahanapin nyo sa sentence. Like halimbawa, in our question number 3, walang feminine na nakalagay. Pero nabasa natin, bake her. So may clue na tayo. Her means it's a feminine. So she ang pipili natin. Alright, so for question number 4, Kara prepares his or her lunch daily. So alam natin si Kara, it's a girl. So the correct answer is, alright, very good si Regina, it's her. Ayan, so her ang tamang sagot. Sabi ni Flor de Luna, it's her. Sabi ni Matt, it's her. Very good. So last question natin for learning task number 4. So the company sent her its donation to the typhoon victims. So it's neuter. So alam natin, may clue na kagad tayo. Neuter daw pinapahanap. And company. Eh, ang company ba may gender? Ang kumpanya ba ay may gender? So it's a thing, bagay. So the correct answer for number 5 is, very good, Lutzi. Very good, Regina. So the correct answer is, it's. So, it's a neuter gender. So, walang kasarian. So, hindi natin alam kung babae o lalaki. Sabi na Naomi, it's. Ayan, very good. Sabi ni Gia Nicole, it's. Ayan, very good, Gia Nicole. Alright, so last na natin is, we'll now move on to our learning task number 5. So we need to use the correct personal pronoun, whether it's a nominative, objective, or possessive. So identify its case and write your answer in your notebook. So please call me, I, after school hours. So for question number 1, please call me, I, after school hours. So what is your answer? For learning task number 5. Mm-hmm. So the correct answer is, yes. So the correct answer is me. So me is an objective case. So the correct answer is me and objective. So for our question number 2, so how many of, is it we, us are joining? So how many of we, us are joining? So normally, how many of we? Tama ba yun? Pag narinig niyo po, minsan mga bata, pag narinig niyo, ay parang hindi niyo narinig ko. Kaya it's also okay or good to watch English movies, also to read English books. So I highly suggest by dear learners to read English books because it will also help you to not just memorize the how it is constructed, but also magiging natural sa inyo when you speak in English. So the correct answer is, how many of, very good, how many of us are joining? So the correct answer is, pag sinabi natin us is an objective. So how many of us are joining? So the correct answer is us and objective. Yan, sabi ni Jean Nicole, as ang sagot niya. Very good. Nicole Hernandez, thank you for watching. At pagbati yan kay Renzel Ariel Salvador. Yan, very good. So the correct answer is us. Next, number 3. Mark will bring his or theirs own sandwiches. Mark will bring his, theirs own sandwiches. Okay? So may clue na tayo kagad diyan, si Mark lang 'yan. So siya lang yung subject ng ating sentence. So Mark will bring his or theirs own sandwiches. Yes, Nino, we are now discussing English 4. So this tutorial is intended for our grade 4 learners. So para mas madali nating masagutan ang ating module sa grade 4. So the correct answer for number 3 is, very good, possessive. So it's a possessive form because his own. So pag nabasa natin yung word na own, it means it's in a possessive form. So his, the correct answer is his, and possessive. So marami nakakuha rin ng tama. Si Dylan Kirk, his possessive. Sino John Mark, Lisa, Naomi, Sophia, and Jolt is 5, possessive, his possessive. Very good. And for our fourth question, no one makes better sandwiches than his or him. No one makes better sandwiches than him or his or him. So the correct answer for question number 4 is no one makes better sandwiches than. So the correct answer is, all right, very good, si Con, Sophia, Naomi. So the correct answer is him. So Hermeline, Myra, got it. Yeah, si Sophia, Athena, got it also. So last natin na question is, blank or it's is a mile away from here. It or its is a mile away from here. Sorry, pumiyok si Tutor Mark. So number 5 is its is a mile away from here. So the correct answer is, so it's is a mile away from here. Hello Mark and Chamala. Hello po. Hello din po sa inyo. Okay po. All right. So it is or it's a mile away from here. So it's a nominative case natin. So it's ang sagot natin. All right? For our last learning task, number 6, we need to identify the correct personal pronoun in each sentence by selecting So the correct answer is it natin ha. It is. Kasi may is na siya eh. So correct natin yung kanina. So it is. It's. Kasi may is na tayo kanina eh. So it is a mile is so hindi siya it's lang. It is a mile away from here. It is a mile away from here. Alright, so nominative natin po, it's a nominative. Natin, wait lang ha. Kasi meron tayong excuse me. So it's a mile away from here. So it is only because may normally it has this it is. It's only, yeah, it's. All right. So tatanggalin lang natin yung S. So it's a mile away. Pinaikli yung is. All right. So 2/5 po ako. All right. Okay lang yon. Ivan, at least we're learning. Sabi nga, hindi naman ito pataasan ng scores, mga learners ha. So for our question number 6, bibilisan lang natin because nag-overtime na si Teacher Mark or Tutor Mark. So for question, Jokas, Kale, so it po yun, it. So it's natin. Kailangan, it is a mile away from here. So very good. So ano lang natin that it is, pinaikli kasi mga bata, yung it's, may gitling lang siya sa taas, it is. So it ang tamang sagot. Alright? So correction natin yun ha. So it is or it. Kung walang is. So dun kasi sa sentence natin kanina ay may is na siya. So it lang, sabi ni Ma'am Cecil Adaya. Thank you. Alright, so for our learning task number 6, we need to correct the personal pronoun by in the given options in the parentheses, determine its case. So halimbawa, you have to choose now between her and, for question number, learning task na tayo number 6, her and. Alright, so the correct answer is her and me. So ang me natin is an objective case. For question number 2, I me will invite her to my party. So the correct answer is, for question number 2 is I. Very good. So it's I. So I will invite her to my party. So pag nag-start sa I, ano natin mga bata? It's a nominative case. Number 3, we, us will see you there tomorrow. So normally, we will see you there tomorrow. So the correct answer is we. So it's a nominative din kasi nag-start ang sentence natin sa pronoun. So it's a nominative. So subjective pronoun. Next, just give the invitation to she or her. So the correct answer is objective. And number 5, may I sit next to yours or your seat? So the answer is your seat. It's or possessive. So your seat. So may I sit next to your seat? So it's a possessive. So for learning task number 7, you can now answer it on your notes. So you can now practice answering this paragraph by replacing the correct pronoun. So we will continue in our next session, but I hope na marami kayo natutunan for this afternoon. So madali lang itong ating mga learning task number 7. You just need to replace yung ginawa natin kanina sa president, the calendar, and the secretary. So papalitan nyo lang ng correct pronoun. So I hope na marami kayong natutunan for this session. And that's the end of our week 4 for our English 4 tutorial. And I hope na marami kayong natutunan and you will learn, you will apply it in your, not only in just your conversational, but also in writing your an English sentence, an English story, or something that you will do in the future, like for in an examination. So most of the time, mga bata, ay maraming ganito sa examinations kahit kayo ay mag-a-apply na as a professional in the future. So, pero bago yan, ay let's practice na gumamit din ng pronouns or personal pronouns in our daily conversation para mas madali natin ma-apply ang ating natutuhan ngayong araw. So with that, maraming salamat mga bata sa pagsama sa amin. Take care always and see you next time. Bye!